Hi guys, back again with part 2. So as I said before, off camera, I was just going to finish painting my box and getting that prepared. So that's all done. All I've just done, like, all around the edges, on the inside. I didn't cover all the inside because I will show you something in a minute that I've decided to do. And there's the frame. I've just painted all that. Right, so what I actually wanted to show you today, the inside of this box, I'm actually going to line the inside of the box, the same as the jewellery boxes are done. Just let me quickly grab one and I will show you what I mean. Everything goes flying as I try to grab one. This is what I mean. This is a drawer from a jewellery box that I'm painting up and covering myself. But this is what I mean by, like, the felt lining inside the drawers. I've seen several videos on YouTube of ladies trying to cover boxes with fabrics and etc. and really struggling. So hopefully what I'm going to show you today is an easier tip for how to line the inside of your boxes and give them a nice finish like a jewellery box would be. So what I've done, basically, what you need to do is measure, obviously, the depth and the width of that using your ruler. Okay, draw that square out on a piece of card. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the front edge and the back edge of the box, and then you're going to measure the depth of it. Okay, and you're going to draw a template like this one. So this will be the bottom of your box, okay, and this will be your front side and your back side. Okay, so when you fold them edges up and it's covered, that will sit nice and snugly inside your box like so. And then all you need to do is measure your two side pieces. Obviously when you measure this, make sure you leave a gap at the top, about 1/8 of an inch I would say, like that, because when you cover it, obviously the felt is going to make it a little bit higher, so I just leave 1/8 of an inch off the sides there. And then obviously you need to measure your two side pieces, cut those, and then after you've stuck it all together, they will slip in there nicely and stick down. So I will show you how to do this. Once you've cut out your template, make sure it does fit in your box, obviously. Score down your lines, give them a good crease. Okay, backwards and forwards, and make sure you use a good, strong, sturdy card. My son actually picked this up at the Hobbycraft, but it is slightly textured, if you can see that. And I think it's a 260 grams, so it is a very nice, strong, sturdy card, and it's just what you need for doing this. So all I'm going to do is take a colour of a felt. This may look really bright on there, but it is just a pink. But it's going to go lovely with the colour that I want. So let's just move you down a tiny bit more, hopefully without my tripod falling over, so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So what we're going to do is take a little pot. These are actually little McDonald's sauce pots. I just grabbed some when I was in there. I know, a bit naughty, but hey ho. Right, what we're going to do, basic PVA glue. I just put it in this hair dye bottle because it's easier for me to use. when I need to, because it's got a narrow tip on it. So I'm just going to squeeze some into the pot there, so not too much gets wasted, hopefully. Screw the lid back on now, and then taking a brush, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to fold your two edges in, okay, and then I'm just going to literally cover the whole bottom of this, just layer upon your PVA glue, okay. Paint all the edges. Just make sure that whole square is covered really, really well. Okay. PVA glue, for some reason, I suppose because of, you know, it being sort of kids' crafts, it does actually stick really, really well to felt. And I have done several boxes, and believe me, I've tugged at them, I've cut them in half, and you name it, I've done it, and it doesn't come off. So, you know, just your basic PVA glue, save your money, don't buy anything expensive. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stick it down to your felt and just leave a tiny gap around the edges, as though you was covering a book or a piece of paper, like a book cover, you know. Give it a good press all over, like so, and then all I do is fold back that flap, and again give that a really good coating of your PVA glue. Make sure you get all those edges and they're really, really well covered. Make sure you go right to the edges. This PVA glue I got from the works, and it's quite thick and it dries quite quickly, so, and then again just press that down nicely on there, like so. I'm going to do the same with the other edge. Lots and lots of PVA glue. If you like getting messy, you will love doing this, because believe me, do you get very sticky. That you want to get it on quite quickly, because it does dry quite quick on this thick card, this PVA glue, like so. And then just give that a nice firm push down, like so. Okay, move that out of the way quickly, and then all we're going to do, leaving a gap like we have done with this edge here and this edge, we're going to cut along there and around there as well, the same. So just leaving a little gap so you have enough fabric to fold over and stick down to the edges. Okay, you don't have to be too precise on that. Okay, and then, oh, that edge is coming up. I didn't put enough glue on that bit, did I? So let's stick another blob of glue in there. It's because I'm trying to rush because of the time on the video, sorry. But you can take your time over this, you know, make sure it is stuck down really, really well. Need plenty of glue around the edges. And then all we're going to do is at a slight V angle, like so. You can see that there. Cut around your edges, okay? Cut an angle off of each edge, each corner of your piece of card. You're going to cut into the felt, like so. There we go. Okay, so you have that. And then on these, where you've got your score lines on here, okay, what you're going to do is cut a little V up to the edge of your card, like so. Okay, you do that on your score lines. And this is so when it folds over, you haven't got the bulk of felt in between, because it does interfere with your score lines if there's too much bulk there. Okay, so you'll have that, if you can see. So you've got a little V cut up to where your score lines are, and then you cut your corners off like so. Okay, and you do that on the top edge as well. Okay, and then all we're going to do, taking your PVA glue again, okay, do your smaller edges first. Okay, so you're just going to cover that with lots of PVA glue, and then you're going to pull that and push it down as you're pulling. Just pull your fingers back against the card so it's nice and tight on there. Okay, again, I'll do this edge here, and again pull that back like so, so it's nice and tight and it's nice and flat. And again on this edge, pull it back so you can feel the resistance, pulling against the card. Turn it around this side, set that in there, and pull that felt back, fold it over and pull it back tightly. Obviously try not to, sort of crease your card up if you can help it, but it won't show once it's stuck in the box anyway, so pull that back nice and tightly, like so. That edge there, again pull that back nice and tightly. If you can buy, one thing I have noticed with this, if you can buy the felt that is, see, because otherwise you have this trouble, it's very, very thin. They call it fabric felt, rather than the thick stuff that the kids use for crafting with. I'm not too sure why, it just sticks better. You can play with it easier. I think it's because it's not so thick, and when it's in the box it just has a lovely finish to it. But I didn't have any thin stuff left, so that's why I'm using this one today. Hopefully, and just to go along the edges, don't worry about going over the edge, the felt on the edges like that. Make sure you've got lots on there. The longer strips I start in the middle, pull that back and then go all the way down to one end like so. See, this one doesn't want to stick too well because it's thick felt. And I have to pop lots more on there, I think, because that's not going to want to stick. See, that edge has come undone already. But yeah, as I said, if you use the thin stuff, then you won't have to sit and hold it until it sticks. It will just automatically stick. But this one doesn't want to for some reason. I think it's because it's so thick. I may have to start again and use a different one. Let's see if I can find something a bit thinner than this one. The thinner stuff you should be able to get a lot cheaper as well, which should help you. So when you've done all your pieces like this, then we will be ready to move on to the next stage. Do not put these in your box for whatever reason. I know you may be in a rush, but please do not put these in your box until they are fully dry, and I will show you that reason why in the next part. So yeah, have fun doing that, and I will see you in part 3. Bye for now.